Amazing soul family, how are you guys doing? I welcome you to Soul's Tarot. So we're back again doing a reading. Today we're going to talk about this amazing transit, this supreme transit happening, in the sign of Aries. So Rahu, which is Rahu and Ketu, basically known as the North Node and the South Node, they're going to make this huge movement, a change, right? So let's see what is the impact that takes place on all signs when this happens on the April 12, 2022. Whichever part of the world you're in, whenever you watch the reading, there's something in this reading in store for you. So my readings are Vedic and Western astrology based. Keep that in mind. Do watch your sun, moon, and rising. And if you're seeing it at any point in time, of course, it has that message for you initiated. Okay. So when this happens, this transit happens, really, what is it bringing in? What does it mean? Because this transit is going to stay in the house of Aries. Rahu basically will stay in the house of Aries for good 18 months. So by 2023 October, it's going to sort of exit. Again, as I said, and it's going to depend on the astral placements going on. I will not go in detail about the as to how Rahu works and how Ketu works and influences our life and all that. I would rather suggest you guys to sort of Google it a little. It's all time stamped. You can go to your reading directly if you find this not so engaging or boring. But I think it's very important for you to understand that when Rahu gets into the house of Aries, which is ruled by Mars, and Rahu again they're not the best of friends. Okay, so obviously there would be some kind of chaos and conflict that is going to arise. And when Ketu transits in the house of Libra, which is ruled by Venus, they are good friends. So there would be some kind of balance which would be restored with this transit, but there would be upheaval that you would definitely experience. And what is that upheaval in all the signs? What are those predictions? We're going to talk about that moving on. Okay, so moving in the house, as I said, in the house of Aries, when Rahu comes in, it's going to be, usually, as I said, it multiplies the problem. So let's see, Aries, what it brings for you, or what this transit brings for you. So my guides, my masters are with me as I surrender to the light. My dear Gabriel Blueberry shows the message that we need to see. Yeah, see the Three of Wands, Aries. So let's see what really pops out. My cards are sage and meditated. I send it to the light and we go forward, seeing what is this transit really bringing in. And then full moon in Libra also happens, So make sure that you release, you let go of things that are not serving you. For your highest good, surround yourself with positivity and do not lose hope, do not lose courage. That is the message they give me. So Michael says stop and let's see what comes in for Aries. Tarot is a divination tool that we use to make it a little simpler for you. And we talk about what it brings in for Aries. Do check your natal chart if you are interested in the detailed horoscope, and you can get in touch with me for the same. So let's begin. Wow, Aries, this is Libran energy, justice, right? So whatever will happen fair and square. You have really nothing to worry about in that sense, because if you face a conflict or trouble, that's going to get sorted. It's going to take the clearance. So it's very general, a reading in horoscope reading. Keep that in mind. So whatever tension or chaos would surround you would settle down, because you would be guided, you would be on the right path. It's just that do not give up hope, because at times we end up falling into that zone and thinking, how will this fancy? It's so beautiful. Now again, there would be justice maybe for some of you. This may resonate in the love stream, love engagement. The core focus would be this. Okay, passionate is Gemini energy is here. Three of Cups we have here. So for me, these cards are really in regard to the transit which is going on, is that there would be fair play and justice taking place in the love stream, in the love engagement. Whether you are going through that right now, or you may go through that right now in the process. So it's the journey, keep in mind. the tension, as I said, whatever is sort of bothering you or keeps you troubled, you could be dealing with the Sag also, I don't know, they're showing me that. So there is a possibility that you might lose hope, you might end up losing hope, but they're saying that there's more to this that you see, and justice shall be some for some of you, okay? I don't really wish to clarify this, but again, in short, as I said, just be very careful, because the spirit is really showing you what you need to see. And so what you really can expect out of this transit with the Rahu and Ketu, the North Node, the South Node sort of transit, is that, with Mars and Rahu together, obviously not a good influence. Of course, they're like, fighting kind of vibe. But then it is about your bravery, which is being tested, which is also for me, the lover's energy, when you unified, where you're together, where you experience, So ideally, your efforts will take you forward, your diligence will take you forward, and there will be justice that is going to be served. Why? Because Ketu in the house of Libra, ruled by Venus, is going to definitely help you on your spiritual, material, understanding. So love and romance would be taken care, it would be settled. So there would be a sense of balance that you would, have in your life in days to come. So this is what we have for you, my Aries, and we shall move on to Taurus. So as we discussed, it's a time-stamped reading. You can go to your reading directly. Taurus, we're doing your reading as to what you expect from the Rahu Ketu transit happening, okay? And there's a full moon in Libra happening. Whenever you watch the reading, it's on the April 12th, 2022. If you are called to see the reading, if you end up coming and watching the reading, there's definitely something getting uncovered for you. So let's move on and see what is this transit really bringing on. So we all know that Rahu and Mercury, they're not the best of friends, right? Mars, I'm sorry. So you have to check your placements, your sun, moon, rising, keep in mind, so that you can connect with the reading better and get a clear picture. So I would just pull out a very general love career messages with the tarot divination, and we're going to see what is your transit trajectory coming around. So Taurus, my guides are here with me. So this transit really is about you being firm, standing strong, and not giving up, okay? Because Rahu, as I said, and Mars, not the best of friends. Ketu, definitely, in the house of Libra, ruled by Venus, are like good friends. So there would be a sense of balance, as I said. So let's see what would be your happiness appearing like. How would it look? Three of Pentacles. So this is really your energy wherein you'll try to sort of connect with people who match your level, your eye, and you would like to continue being with them. Why? Because the idea is to continue creating, continue building, not taking it as like the struggle is on, but saying, what, I have to do this because that is how it is. This also could be, as I said, so the 12th house, I think, would be left by Rahu. So the happiness of your family and your people that you love close to you would be at a much higher level, and you would experience, like I said, you'll be busy creating. So finances would be definitely a concern, but I think overall it's going to be fine with the transit happening, because it's going to balance it all out for you beautifully. Just make sure that you don't give up, don't fall for the lack mentality. Libra, again, justice fall out for Aries also. So it is going to see that equilibrium, and it is going to give you that sense of relief that you've been experiencing for a while. Relief from something that you've been experiencing for a while, pardon me. And whatever issue was impending would see a closure, or would see something coming to light. So it's fab, it's amazing. I think don't overdo anything. That's what I'd suggest, because the change here is inevitable. Yeah, with the Capricorn energy that we get here, don't go overboard with anything. Okay, don't. because you have to restore harmony, you have to restore balance, you have to ensure that your health is not taken for it all, and your health can be a concern, Taurus. Okay, so this transit really, and the trajectory of basically this transit is all about bringing in the balance much needed, bringing in the sense of uh, what do you call it, ability to deal with what needs your attention would come to light. So let's move on to Geminis. Hi Geminis, how are you guys doing? So we just did Taurus, so we're doing your reading now, a horoscope reading for Rahu and Ketu transit, this north node and the south node. Okay, so do watch your sun, moon and rising. Rahu is also known as the north node, okay, of the moon, and Ketu is known as the south node of the moon. So basically keep in mind that throughout the process, throughout the way, you just have to ensure that you never give up, and you always have that courage and say, you know what, I will make this happen no matter what. So there is no scope of losing out or saying or surrendering to conflict. Okay, so let's see Geminis, what's coming up with this transit for you. So my guides are here with me. There's some kind of resistance, drop that, because somehow whatever is happening, you cannot do anything about it. You have to understand that you are influenced by whatever is happening around you, by the infinite universe, by the deities, guides, mentors, whoever you believe in, right? So just take on, go with the journey. Okay, keep doing what you do. As they say, whoever deity you believe in, they say that no matter the highs and the lows, the idea is to continue going. You just have to move on, right? There is no space for failures in life. And even if you're faced with one, that we are, most of us, we just need to sort of gather the courage, muster the courage up and move ahead. So Gemini is what's coming in with the tarot divination. Let's see. It's a horoscope reading, although, but it makes the reading easier. Okay, this is your energy. This is about really understanding that you need to have that kind of passion, and also you need to have that kind of head that yes, you want this so bad. Okay, it's complete imagination manifestation kind of vibe for you guys. Also, let me tell you, the hunger, the drive, the passion that is needed to make something happen and work for you, you can make use of it big time. You can literally make use of it. Just know that the conflict that may arise, that may come, will come, because there's no other way we can walk out of it. The simple thing to do here is to basically not mess with it. Okay, so just be very careful about people you invest in, people you talk to, people you connect with. Make use of the opportunity. Okay, because Rahu, the north node, it will make you victorious. It will make you stand high your ground, because your voice would be really, really heard. You would be heard. Okay, and Ketu will help you bring in the balance and maybe some kind of financial ease for some Geminis. So it's a very general love kind of message. Keep that in mind. Okay, what else? So yes, we use tarot because it makes it easier for us to sort of understand the astro ways with cartomancy. So the Queen of Swords is about embracing your authentic self. No issues really. Whatever arises in life, you say, you know what, I can handle it, I can deal with it. That is exactly what you're urged to do with this transit. Okay, you would stand your ground, because this queen doesn't mess around. This queen doesn't take chances. This queen knows what she's getting into. She's authentic, she's real, she embraces it. And she, with another queen, with the lovers here, honestly I feel for some of you in love, there is definitely a choice which has like that sense of the question could be of stability, of longevity, of commitment somehow. But again, having said that, if I sort of go to the horoscope back, It is really about saying, you know what, I need to be very, very balanced no matter what. In the material world, in the spiritual space as well, I need to bring about that union back and say my truth, stand my ground, and know that I'm, preserved by the universe, by nature, and I am in my state of bliss, and I stand victorious. So it's fab, and there's a choice in love, sweethearts. Make sure that you understand that and see clearly about it. Okay, get the head right. So this is what I have for you, Geminis. Let's move on to Cancers. Hi Cancers, how are you guys doing? So we are doing the transit of the Rahu and the Ketu, okay, which is the north node and the south node of the moon. We're going to talk about what is it bringing in for your sign, using tarot as a divination to make it a little easier, okay. So you watch your sun, moon and rising for a better picture. So Rahu goes to your 10th, I feel, and Ketu will be in the 4th house. So just know that you stay away from any sort of conflict. If people are trying to pull you into their crap or trash, tell them, you know what, I don't need this. Free yourself is the kind of vibe I get for you. Okay, just free yourself, because that would really pave the way. Okay, that would really pave the way for you. Overall, it looks good for you. It really looks fine for you. But let's see what the cards say as well. So general love career, keep that in mind. If this resonates, whenever you watch it, do like and subscribe. Cancers, I appreciate each one of you who's here watching the channel across. Okay, 9 of Cups, your energy. I told you, treasure box. It's like happiness. It's sheer bliss. Why? Because as I said, if you get the head right, if you know where the gold is, why would you go meddle your head somewhere else? You don't need to, because by the end of the day, you know where the gold is lying, right? And that is what really matters. By the end of it, we all have that understanding. We all know that Venus is about abundance, Venus is about love. It's bringing in the emotional wellness, definitely, and the abundance that you so need is coming your way. But make sure that you don't invite unnecessary conflict, because these transits can be a little tricky. They can be tricky, right? But the first card being the core energy, definitely with the astro placements, it clearly says that you will rise, you would shine, really. Whatever you take up, whether it's a job, whether it's a new business, or maybe something on social media, you'll do bright, you'll do well. I would in fact suggest you guys to do it with the Queen of Pentacles. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, Virgo, Capricorn, definitely you must. This is about sheer fulfillment. You just need to believe in yourself, initiate it, because the stars are really supporting you. Oh, with the Emperor, my, this is success. I am very happy about this, because I am a Cancer. So I hope this really works out for me as much as it does for you. With the Emperor here, I think you are absolutely going to gain so much out of it that you can't even imagine. So this is like business, investment, real estate, whatever you put your hand in would bring in the reward and the result. Just make sure that you understand it from that space. Okay, you understand from that kind of heart and head that these transits are tricky, because you definitely have a role to play, right? So this is what I have for you, Cancers. I shall see you the next time. Do like and subscribe, and we move on to our next sign, Leos. Hi Leos, how are you guys doing? So we're doing a reading for you when Jupiter, do watch that. I think some of you haven't seen it. So we're doing this reading wherein we're talking about Rahu and Ketu transiting the house of Aries and Libra respectively. So Rahu is known as the north node for the moon, and Ketu is known as the south node. Okay, so just make sure that you watch your sun, moon, rising when you check out the reading. So whenever you watch the reading, whichever part of the world you're in, it may resonate with you. Okay, just will help you delve deeper into whatever you're looking for at that point in time. Do subscribe to the channel whenever you watch this. Okay, and ritual remedies, etc., if needed, can be taken in if you connect with me on Instagram or on Twitter. So they asked me to stop. So I think this transit, Rahu will be in your 9th house, and full moon in Libra happens on the 12th of April. So there could be travel, of course, for some of you, but it is going to have certain challenges. Why? Because education also is kind of linked. So let's see what is it with the Ten of Pentacles that comes out, and with the Page of Cups. For me, this is sheer stability, but there's a gentle reminder that you need to be kind. You cannot push it through. As I said, your fortune can fluctuate if your ways of doing it fluctuates. Okay, usually when we do a tarot reading, when it's psychic or intuitive, it's very different, but as of now we're doing with the star placement, so obviously it has a very different meaning. So make sure that you put in your faith, you put in your love, you put in your energy in the relationships that you want to result from, whether it's career or love. Success will definitely help you. Ketu, I think, will transit in the third house. So it's hard work that is going to get you the kind of result. This is Queen of Wands that we get. Of course, this is your energy. And then of course we have the Eight of Pentacles. So with the Eight of Pentacles, the truth of the matter is that your hard work shall pay. You just have to continue doing what you're doing. Make sure that you're persistent with your effort. Make sure that you improve with each passing day. If you're a student, make sure that you go for your higher learning, upgrade your skills. If you want to start something new, think about it for a while, do your research really well, and then go forward. A good outcome overall, I think, is sighted if you sort of go carefully. Okay, Leos, so if this resonates, do like and subscribe. Even if not, you can spread joy, right? So let's move on and go on to the next sign. Hi my Virgos, how are you guys doing? So we're doing a reading today when Rahu transits Ketu. Rahu Ketu transiting, right? What impact it has on your sign. So Rahu basically is known as the north node, okay, for the moon, and Ketu is known as the south node. So Rahu is basically going in the house of the Aries, and Ketu is moving in the house of Libra. So Rahu in Aries, not a good combination. Ketu with Libra, definitely. Okay, so let's see what is popping out as my masters, my guides are with me here. Let's see. Michael shows the messages. We use tarot as a divination because it makes it a little easier to do what your sun, moon, rising, because it's all astro based. Okay. Yeah, I think some of you were in the hermit mode, but you're going to come out now. Okay. As Rahu will move to your 8th house, I think from the 12th, okay, of this month, and it is going to really bring about a position of you in a much better light in front of your people, family, friends, etc., etc. But there can be some tension, or there was tension, okay. Some of you must be, I'm sure, or may suffer some health issues, but make sure that you take care of you really well so that you can be out of it soon, okay, or you can avert it. Shows the messages, Michael. See, 3 cards together. For me, how I really take this is that, yeah, that's what Spirit says, absolutely. So we've got 2 twos here, right? So definitely the Spirit is telling you to do certain things in a certain way. They're talking to you, okay? Your higher self is telling you things that you do see, and of course this transit will work like a lottery for you in this regard. And when I say that, why I say that, because you see, your prayers, they've been heard. Obviously this depends as to how your astro placements are, but whoever was trying to put you down or slay you down, etc., etc., can't do anything much now, because suddenly with the 2 of Cups, you see things the way they need to be seen. You cannot be dragged anymore, okay? If they were trying to conspire against you, you have a unified force which is with the Spirit that's guiding you through, okay? And suddenly you have that understanding also that I can handle this. Ketu, I think the south node, which is obviously not so comforting, because it pushes you out through your comfort zone. It's in the 2nd house, so your expenses may rise. That is where the balance card comes out. So you have to make sure that you stay balanced in regard to your expenditures, okay? Make sure the inflow is more rather than the outflow. How you do that, you just need to work the way out. Try to use this angelic approach to you in this phase. Why? Because this is going to stay till October 2023. Fact remains. but obviously these stars, these transits, these little movements keep changing and their impact completely changes. So make sure that you maintain that balance all through, okay, no matter what the situation be, whether it's a tough period that you're going through in regard to health or love or career. Make sure that you stay that balance, stay calm, stay cool. Know that the spirit is guiding you through, because they're not leaving you alone in your hard time, hands down. And they're saying, you know what, no matter how down out you feel, just know that we are here to bring you back to this unified space of the Two of Cups, which you may find very challenging with the Judgment, but then again, they're saying that we see it here in this light, which is going to be very angelic. So this is what I have for you, my Virgos, and I shall move on to our next sign. Thanks. Do like and subscribe. Hello Libras, how are you guys doing? So today we are doing your reading when Rahu and Ketu transit, okay, in April, full moon, Libra, 12th. So Ketu is really moving into your house, right, which is ruled by Venus. Rahu moves into Aries, not the best of combination, but then again, as we know that Rahu is the north node and Ketu happens to be the south node. So let's see what's popping out for you. So tarot is just used as a divination, although the astro placements suggest all of it. So just make sure that you watch your sun, moon, rising for a clear picture. It's going to be very short a reading, okay, general love, career, whichever way this resonates. Everything will be under control. That's what they kind of give me a message prior. So if I see the placements also, it would move to your, Rahu will move to your 7th house, okay, which is your north node. So obviously your travel, the chances of travel being in the public domain is going to definitely increase, right? Justice, this is your card, okay, with the 3 of Pentacles, hands down you co-creating, and 6 of Cups. We cannot ask for a much more accurate reading. Why? Because you know, with these 3 cards here, as a divination that comes around, is very clear and stated that here we are simply saying your hard work is going to see the light, okay. It is going to bring about the understanding that, okay, you know what, finally you're going to get things under control, okay. Your health could be a concern because you might go overboard, you know, or you have, like, you've done things over the past period and you haven't sort of experienced the results that you wanted to. Now you'll be able to see that kind of vibe, okay. It could be a partner also that you need to take care of here. There's a possibility, the one you're with, or you can be with, married, not married, etc, okay. Just make sure that you know, when we talk about this particular transit, we talk about co-creating, we talk about partnerships, definitely, but we also talk about the fact that Ketu, which is the south node, is transiting in your 1st house, right? So when it transits in your 1st house, it can bring good luck, okay. And Jupiter, obviously the placement, how it is going to definitely bless you. So just make sure that you don't go overboard with anything, okay. Check how your stars are placed, but make sure that you take care of your health, eat well, eat on time, and don't neglect, okay. So this is what we have for you, and I think it's going to be a very promising one for you. So let's move on to our next sign. Thanks, bye. Scorpios, how are you guys doing? So we are doing a reading today when Rahu and Ketu transit, you know, and what happens then. It is going to be in the house of Aries, Rahu, and Ketu will be in the house of Libra, which is ruled by Venus. Now Rahu and Mars are not the best of friends, we all know that, right? It's like the warrior, courageous, fighting kind of energy and opposing energies. And then we have the Venus and Ketu, which are good friends. So tarot is something we use as a divination tool to make it a little easier for people to understand and connect. But astro-based readings, they are the predictions. So watch your sun, moon, rising when you connect, okay? So Rahu will be transiting, which is your north node, would be transiting your 6th house, my love, okay? So this transit may bring about, you know, good luck and good success for some of you, okay, who have been trying hard in the field of law, I think, and acquiring higher positions in any field per se. So Ketu would be transiting, which is your south node, in the 12th house, which may create some trouble. But let's see with the divination as to how this plays. There will be travel, there will be movement, I think, of things or place or people, something like that. That is going to happen. Yeah, see, Knight of Pentacles. It may seem slow, steady, whatever, but the movement definitely is around, okay? And because the Ketu has that kind of impact, no? But it would bring about, if you move on to, say, foreign shores, is going to bring about the results you're wanting. With the Four of Swords, you've been sitting, praying, asking for it. Maybe some of you've been asking for it and you've been waiting for it, for some of you. But this could also be like some kind of trouble, in the waters, wherein you are trying but it's sort of not working out, okay? Or maybe there's a bond of love which seems very slow, sluggish, something like that. Also the effect is that. But with the Four of Pentacles, the suggestion here is that continue doing you, because as I said, Rahu definitely has that kind of impact. Make sure that you are really talking about and you're sticking to the fact that I got it all covered, I can handle it, I can uncover it. My stability is something that I'm more concerned about. I am not going to give this up no matter what. Some people may force you, put you down, but then Ketu being a very spiritual planet also would definitely help you through with 4-4 in regard to structuring, organizing, and telling you what needs to be really, really done. So victory is sighted definitely for you in regard to people, and if there's competition around you. And I think overall it's going to be decent. It's going to be fine for you guys, okay? Nothing to really worry. So let's move on to our next sign. Hi, my Sagittarius. How are you guys doing? So we're doing your reading. As we know, Rahu and Ketu are transiting, right, in the house of Aries and Libra consecutively. So tomorrow or day after happens to be a full moon in Libra, right, which is a big day as Rahu moves into the house of Aries, which is the north node, okay, and Ketu, which is the south node, moves to Libra, ruled by Venus. So let's see. I see a magician kind of energy, but with the astro placements, because it's a horoscope prediction, keep that in mind. Do watch your sun, moon, rising for a clear picture, okay? And tarot is used as a divination. Let's see what pops out. So Rahu, I think, will transit your 5th house, and that will bring about, health, wealth, happiness. Two of cups, yeah. Could be a Gemini that you have in picture. I don't know why they show me that. You would feel happy because suddenly, you'll feel abundance coming around. Do check Jupiter in Pisces reading that I posted. I'll try and link it above. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, absolutely. This is stability, cooperation, knowing that, it's the right time. So overall, it's prosperous time. It's happiness that comes to you. So I think you've faced your shadow side and you are ready to go with the Chariot, considered energy, hands down. So you're happy, the yin and yang together. So you're on the right path. Just ride the Chariot well, okay? So let's move on to our next sign. Hi, my Capricornians. How are you guys doing? So today we are doing a reading for you when we see Rahu and Ketu transiting, So full moon happens to be on the April 12th, okay, which is in the house of Libra, right, known as the pink moon as well. And then Rahu being the north node of the moon and Ketu being the south node. Let's see what are they bringing in this transit. Basically, Rahu is going to go in the house of Aries, which is not a very good kind of vibe, okay? But Ketu being in the house of Libra, ruled by Venus, definitely brings in that kind of result. So do watch your sun, moon, rising. My information is in the description box. I dabble in the Vedic and the Western, but we use tarot as a divination to make it a little easier for you to understand. Very general love, career messages, and quick. So Rahu will be transiting your 4th house, my love. So with this transit, it is going to bring about some sort of health issues, okay? But you will be able to deal with it. You have nothing to really worry, provided you keep your diet and everything in check. See, 2 of Swords, definitely. So this is the kind of energy. You don't have to do things that you already know that they're not right. So make the right choices. Okay, don't stand confused that should I do this or do that. Be very clear about what you want, with the King of Swords popping out next. Capricornians, it's a direct clear head to you prior, that it's your ability to see things clearly would be at all-time high. Okay, just make sure that you do not engage or do not do things from a space where you're standing confused. Okay, because that may happen to some of you. Ketu transiting your 10th house will bring in new opportunities that you've been waiting for. Okay, it is going to bring about that much needed change that you so want in your career space, with the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom, right? So new beginnings, new opportunities definitely may come around, but it may be a little hectic considering the little that we see here. But also know that you have to keep your vigil up. Okay, you have to use your wisdom, your maturity, so that you can handle it beautifully. Okay, times, they come and go, right? As I say, the tough people last, tough times don't. So it's that kind of vibe wherein, even if you feel that there's some situation which is a little chaotic, you're not able to understand it, just remind yourself that you need to gather up the courage, fire it up all, and say, I can deal with it. So do check out your Jupiter transiting in the house of Pisces, and then relate with the same. I'm going to link it, and I'm sure it's going to bring in good luck for you, because overall I think your work life and your love engagement seems all right, as long as you take care and you take extra precaution. Okay, Capricornians, let's move on to our next sign. To like and subscribe. Aquarius, how are you guys doing, my aquas? So we're doing Rahu Ketu transiting. Okay, so how does it impact your sign? Okay, let's see. Do check out the Jupiter transiting in the house of Pisces reading as well. That would give you a clear picture. So we know that the north node happens to be Rahu, and the Ketu happens to be the south node. So what is this transit really bringing in? How is it really impacting? Do check your sun, moon, rising for a clear picture. Okay, how are these stars placed? So Aquarius, overall, what we get is good vibe. Okay, for you, it's obviously astro based, so it's a horoscope prediction, keep in view. But tarot is something that we use as divination to make it easier for you all to relate, right? So I think growth is cited in the workspace for you, as I think Rahu is transiting in the 3rd house for you guys. Your efforts will see appreciation and recognition from people around in the workspace. Okay, and yeah, with the Knight of Cups, definitely it's a heads up that recognition is going to come to you. Some people may get popular as well because of their kindness and the effort they put in, the recognition they so want. So success comes to you, it's coming to you, and there could be a letter, messages floating in, opportunities coming in towards you. Okay, with the Hierophant, definitely you're going to scale up. You're going to scale up in the inner scape as well, because when we talk about Ketu, which is the house of spirituality as well, it is basically in your 9th house. Okay, which is in the field of spirituality. So you might go forward and ahead, taking up a course, a retreat or something like that, because this would really interest you at this point in time. So much bigger blessings that you can imagine are coming to you, and there would be gains that you can't imagine with this Ace of Pentacles popping out, which is big. Could be in love, something major happening, could be in career, something major changes happening. So your gurus or your mentors, guides, whoever you believe in, are supremely sending you those blessings, and the impact of this transit is going to be very, very positive for you. Okay, so I shall see you the next time on Eternity. Do subscribe to the channel. Bye. Hello Pisces, how are you guys doing? So Pisces, we are doing your reading today for Rahu and Ketu transiting in the house of Aries and Libra. Okay, so Rahu in the house of Aries, not a good combination, but Libra, Ketu in the house of Libra, sure is. Okay, so let's see what is it bringing in for you guys. It's astro based, keep in view, horoscope prediction towards your sun, moon and rising, right? But tarot is a divination tool that we use to make it a little easier for you to understand. So now you may feel very ambitious right now, but too much planning takes a toss. That is what is the message that guides are giving out. But just now Rahu is going to, which is the north node, which is the purpose of life, is going to transit in a second house. So it is bound to make you more ambitious, okay? It is bound to make you think the way you're thinking right now. But just know that all that you see is not the way it is. So your income, your sources are going to materialize, but so will be the tensions, possibly for some of you, okay, depending on your placements. Yeah, see, I have the Knight of Wands here, okay? So again, this is fire. Stay away from any kind of chaotic situations, conflicts. Make peace with it, because you have to stay inspired all through, okay? You may become like a little overtly impulsive, but I think the whole advice is to stay pragmatic with the Nine of Pentacles. Stay abundant in your energy. Know that you are all right doing the way you are. Don't depend too much, and don't expand too much, because at times that is not healthy. So somewhere down the line, I think there are good times cited for you, definitely, Pisces, with this transit. But just know that when it comes to your career, there is growth, definitely, but your financial condition depends totally on how you are moving ahead and moving forward. So Ketu, which is the south node, is transiting your 8th house, which brings in any which way unexpected gains. So see, we have 5 cards, I can't take them, but it brings about unexpected gains and unexpected losses as well. So it depends what comes your way, right? You just have to know that you have to operate from the right space so that you can get the gains that you're looking for. It's a very general love current messages, keep that in mind. Yeah, so see, I get these 3 cards. There's this 8 of Pentacles, this Chariot, and this 5 of Cups. I'm going to take, for you only, it has sort of popped out. I'm going to take the 8 of Pentacles here. Because with the 9 and 8, it is definitely with the Knight. The whole idea is that there's a very fine line between unexpected gains and unexpected losses with Ketu, especially, okay? So make sure whatever you put in your energy and time is should bring in the kind of result you want. Over planning, overthinking at times ruins our prospects. So make sure that you use your wisdom well, and there's no harm in seeking help from other people. That is what is also seen with the 8 of Pentacles. You can go in for higher learnings, etc., or you've seen certain things in a certain way, but the truth of the matter is that it overall, this phase looks fine for you, okay? It's going to be comforting, it's going to be healthy, it's going to be nice, as long as you maintain that balance, okay? So this is what I have for you when Rahu Ketu transits, and how it impacts all the signs, Aries to Pisces timestamp. So whenever you watch the reading, there's something in this reading for you. Do like and subscribe to the channel, help us grow. I don't use AdWords, but fortunately, thank you, I'm hugely indebted to each one of you who's subscribed, who's commented, who's liked. Why? Because the viewership has sort of increased, and I'm very, very grateful. And somebody told me that they see the ads, but trust me, I have no idea how this really works, but I wish to touch 1,000 subscribers, and I really seek your support. Do help us grow, and I send you so much of love and light. Bye.